The late Professor Stuart Hall talked of black people moving from the margins of society to the centre of the page. The civil rights movement talked of freedom, but its real aim was inclusion, to move more towards the centre of the American page. What happens when we move to the centre of a society built on the exploitation of Africans and the supremacy of Europeans? As we move closer to the centre, we take on more and more of their values. Indeed, we are obliged to, because in order to do so, you have to be accepted. Once accepted, we fear rejection far greater than when we were at the margins. This fear moves us beyond the centre, to the far right, where views previously thought as being racist suddenly seem reasonable, where strategies and laws previously thought of as oppressive suddenly become obligatory. Many black people have made this journey. The Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson, David Clark, Niggers for Nixon, Blacks for Trump, Henry Enrique Tarrio of the Proud Boys. Civil rights leaders such as Jim Farmer, who later worked for Richard Nixon's Republican Party, recruiting black members, and Bayard Rustin, who worked with the US authorities against African liberation movements. In the UK, Winston Mackenzie, Sean Bailey, Calvin Robinson, and perhaps the entire Conservative Party's front bench are all examples of black people on the political right, supporting those with a history of racism. Lee Jasper publicly stated that black people in Europe and the UK can't be racist. With each new generation, we see just how wrong he was. It could be argued that black people, such as those mentioned, are more of a problem than white racists. They believe that their skin colour makes them immune from being racist, immune from the virus that is racism. Just as with those who had the COVID jab, who believed that they were immune from contracting COVID. They walk around satisfied in their ignorance, carrying the virus and contaminating all who come in contact with them.